If you already have the Labpano Pilot One, you might be concerned that things haven't quite worked out as you had planned. Well, it looks like Labpano themselves are thinking the same, and they are trying to make things right. And they'll even replace your Pilot One for you if you get onto this by the end of November 2020. So get a move on and let me tell you what's changed and what you need to do. So the Pilot One was a great camera, it just didn't do what it was supposed to do very well. You may have seen my videos on how the Pilot Tour wasn't performing so well on it. I'll leave those links in the video description. Well, on top of that, the GPS module that you could buy to use with the Pilot One for applications like Google Street View mapping wasn't working well at all either. And even though Labpano offered full refunds to everyone who bought one of these GPS modules, they soon came to realize that this wasn't going to be enough for them. They started working on a new camera, the Pilot One Enhanced Edition. This new camera would have built-in GPS module and a fully waterproof body rated to IP65. And in October 2020, they launched the Pilot One Enhanced Edition. Now, we know that the Pilot One offered a remarkably good value package for 8K photos and video. So what's different about the Pilot One Enhanced Edition? Let me run you through that before I tell you how to return your Pilot One for what is essentially an entirely new camera, redesigned and optimized extensively to give a better experience and to be more resilient and reliable in the shooting conditions and applications you need to use it for. Let's go with a point-by-point comparison between the old version and the new Enhanced Edition. So size of memory and price wise, these remain the same, but the option of the smallest memory size version has now been removed. The entry size model is now 128 gigabytes. Weight wise, the integration of the GPS system inside the camera itself means that instead of the camera weighing a touch over 300 grams, it is now a touch under 400 grams. And dimensions wise, the camera remains the same apart from being a touch longer in length, just an extra 2 millimeters, which is pretty good considering the advanced functionality in the camera. But there is a little catch, which I'll come to in a moment. The RAM stays the same and we have already covered the ROM capacity. Now, heat dissipation is a big change. Instead of the built-in fan and the noise that this generated in the original Pilot One, the Enhanced Edition now uses an external heatsink, which then makes it a better setup for shooting for longer periods of time without the risk of overheating the camera. And it fits nicely between your camera and your tripod mount. Now, of course, you can still use it without the heatsink for photography or very short video captures, but it's now the recommended thing to do if you're going to be capturing video for any significant period of time or perhaps live streaming in 8K. As I've said before, you now get the extra value and extra convenience of having the GPS module built into the camera, meaning a big size saving and cost saving too. At an IP rating of 65, this is a big step up from the original Pilot One. This means that the camera is protected from total dust ingress and also rated as protected from low pressure water jets from any direction. So it should be good in the rain, so long as it's not a super heavy typhoon. There are some other new developments coming soon for the Enhanced Edition, as well as the other functions we already know about, like live streaming with a single click and Pilot Tour 2. Labpano have also told me that they're working on a 3D tour option, so stay tuned for more news about that when it's developed. Hopefully we won't be waiting too long. Also, there's now the easier Google Street View capture because you have that GPS already built in. And with real-time stitching producing premium 8K video at up to 7 frames per second directly uploadable from the camera, it means it's pretty much second to none as an option that combines performance, ease of use, and portability. So now you've seen what the Enhanced Edition of the Pilot One can do. How can you return your original Pilot One if you have one to get your new Enhanced Edition for free? Let me walk you through that process now. First, check this all out with support at labpano.com to make sure you have the best and latest information as to how to do this. In the meantime, take some photos of your gear that you're sending back to them so you can assure them that it's all in good condition before sending it back. And make sure you note your original order number and serial number of the camera unit too. My understanding is that minor scratches to the case of the camera unit won't matter. Once you've confirmed the process with them, pack the camera up and send it to them back to Hong Kong at this address. You need to get your camera starting its journey back to them and the documentation sent to Labpano by the end of November 2020 to take part in this replacement program. And once Labpano have checked your gear, they'll arrange to send you your new Pilot One Enhanced Edition. Pretty sweet deal if you ask me, and a good decision that will hopefully instill further confidence for Labpano's customers, though note you'll have to pay shipping costs and any customs duties if they apply where you live. That's the rundown of the new package that's now available from Labpano, the Pilot One Enhanced Edition, still with those frequent over-the-air updates for the operating system that Labpano have used for the Pilot era and are committed to for this new camera too. I know that they've delivered 44 major software and firmware updates up to this point in time. And in fact, I have one right here that I'll be unboxing and testing soon. Check out my videos on the original Pilot One here, and you'll see exactly what I'll be stress testing in this new version. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful. I'll see you soon.